Welcome to the Kids Kingdom. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Press the bell icon.
There was once an old man named Kareem who lived in a quiet corner of the city. In the middle of his house's courtyard stood a tall, shady tree. Kareem had planted it when he was just a young man, full of dreams and energy. Over the years, the tree had grown tall and strong, just like him. Through every season of his life, that tree had been his companion. In the spring, its green leaves whispered in the wind. In the summer, it gave cool shade where Kareem sat with his books and tea. In autumn, its golden leaves carpeted the ground, reminding him of time's passage. In winter, its bare branches still stood firm, giving him hope of new life to come. Now, in his retirement, Kareem spent most of his days beneath that tree. He would sit there for hours, talking softly to it as if it were an old friend. He fed the birds that came to rest on its branches and smiled at the squirrels that leaped around. "You and I grew together," he would say. "You stood by me when no one else did." But one day, his son, Imran, came to him with a serious face. "Father," he said, "we need to expand the house. My family is growing, and we need more rooms. That tree, it must be cut down." Kareem's heart trembled. "Cut the tree," he repeated. "Son, this tree is not just wood and leaves. It's life. It gives us air to breathe, shade to rest under, and joy to our eyes. Think of the birds, think of the children who will play under it." But Imran did not understand. "We need space, Father. We can't live in memories." Despite Kareem's pleas, the tree was cut down. The courtyard looked empty and lifeless without it. The old man felt as if a part of his soul had been taken away. He stopped going outside and withdrew into his room. Day after day, he sat by the window, staring at the empty ground where his beloved tree once stood. One night, as he lay awake, Kareem heard a sound from his grandson's room. It was a terrible, dry cough. He rushed over and found the boy, little Ayan, coughing badly. His chest heaved as he struggled to breathe. Medicines were given, but nothing seemed to help. With every passing day, Ayan's coughing grew worse. The family took him to a doctor. After checking the boy, the doctor sighed and said, "There is no disease here. The child is suffering from the polluted air. His lungs are weak because of what he is breathing every day." When Kareem heard this, he felt both pain and determination rise inside him. He remembered his lost tree and realized what mistake they had made. He could not bring his old tree back, but he could do something. The next morning, Kareem went to a plant nursery. He bought as many saplings as he could carry and then went to his old friends in the neighborhood, men like him who were retired and often spent their time gossiping in the park. "My friends," he said, "our children are getting sick, our air is poisoned, and we sit here wasting time. Let us do something useful with these years we still have. Let us plant trees." His friends looked at him in surprise, but Kareem's passion touched their hearts. Without wasting any time, they took the saplings and began planting them in every empty space they could find, along streets, in open grounds, and even in small patches of soil outside their houses. Wherever there was a foot of ground, they planted a seed of hope. Kareem worked harder than he had in years. Though his body was old and tired, his spirit was strong. He dug, watered, and cared for the young plants as if they were his own children. Slowly, the neighborhood began to change. Green leaves sprouted, flowers bloomed, and birds returned with their songs. Imran, watching all this, felt ashamed. He realized the depth of his mistake in cutting down his father's tree. One day, he went to the nursery himself, bought many saplings, and joined his father and his friends in planting. Side by side, father and son worked together, watering the young trees and protecting them from harm. With time, the area became greener and fresher. The air improved, and soon little Ayan's cough began to fade. His cheeks grew rosy again, and he played happily in the garden filled with new trees. The sight filled Kareem's heart with peace. But the story did not end there. Seeing the change, the family began to speak with people from other parts of the city. They shared how trees had healed their neighborhood. Others were inspired and began planting too. Soon, whole streets were lined with trees, and parks blossomed with life. In a few years, the city that was once choked with smoke and dust turned into a place of clean air, cool shade, and beauty. Birds and butterflies returned, children laughed in the parks, and old men smiled under the trees they had planted with their own hands. And slowly, the movement spread across the country. Town after town, city after city, people planted trees, cleaned their air, and gave life back to the land. Kareem, sitting in his courtyard once again under the shade of new trees, whispered softly, "My old friend is gone, but his spirit lives on in these young ones. This is the gift we leave for our children."